Yeah, so we'll start with the macro. We did all of this. The folks on the webinar are like, okay, like what is the actual outcome? So we actually reduced close to 40 to 50% of our human inquiry rate. Like remember we were at 10,
Mm,
we dropped it down at some times we had even close to 6.5, which was pretty significant. Now
yes.
imagine all those reps that were fulfilling password change requests are now actually helping the customer onboard or get activated to
Mm,
new features. And that's a significant change. It's opportunity cost, not just reducing the cost to serve, but also turning that into something that actually helps the customer. So you're increasing lifetime value.
right.
So that is pretty significant. Um,
Mm,
we have made several changes on data coverage. For instance, we have a data leads database that helps you penetrate your total available market. Not all data is equal. There are customer segments. There are certain seniority of buyers and titles, and we have gotten feedback that certain geos, certain seniority of titles are more important than the others, and we were able to go and enrich and get much better data there and start improving and tackle these problems segment by segment. Um, we had issues with coverage across certain geos that we went and fixed. We had issues with complex setup. We are a power user product. There is infinite capability within the product, but sometimes certain parts
mhm.
like setting up a mailbox or understanding how to set up your domain reputation so that you're sending emails through the right methods is sometimes very difficult. So we took that as a big theme that we noticed with high ARR association, and we went and did multiple things. We have a better mailbox setup process. We have much better education and guidance. We also had a go-to-market a series of webinars where we are training users on how to do this, how to do the setup properly, and how to actually reach out to the right people, the right channel at speed and scale. And they've got significant improvements. Our number of inquiries about our email campaign management product has dropped significantly. We also hit a lot of performance issues. There are performance issues that you can see in the data that are not within a certain percentile that you
Mm,
like, but you can actually supplement that with how many people are actually frustrated with that performance issue. Because sometimes you're
mm,
looking for reducing latency by a few milliseconds here and there, but you don't really know if that matters that much to a customer, right? And
yeah.
so we were able to improve our pretty slow browser performance in very specific areas by looking at the data that we had
Mm,
from intercom chats. So a lot of very specific things that we did helped
yeah.
us hone in on the 20% of the issues that cost 80% of the impact. And the big win-win here is we're able to leverage the rest of the engineering resources to go ship significantly awesome and valuable features while
Yeah.
minimizing what we call keep the lights on and bug fixes and things like that. So it's like
Yeah.
needle in a haystack. When you have so many issues coming from all over the place, how do you like put a magnifying lens and focus on just the
Yeah.
20% that caused the impact? That was a big benefit from this. So over 6 months, we have almost dropped our human inquiry rate by like close to 40%. So the question you want to answer is you want to reduce friction in product use because that's connected to gross dollar retention, that's connected to net
Mm,
dollar retention. But how do you get down to the most like the inputs that help you hone in on the three or four hypotheses for what is causing friction and go
right.
and then the second thing is how do you tie that to revenue data so that you're focusing on things that actually make an impact. And then the last part is you can do all of this, but you don't know if you're actually making an impact because you can't. How do you
Yes.
measure this? So you need something that is actually measurable right now, which is
Mm,
for these themes and these teams or products, has the inquiry rate on these specific topics gone down? That is
mm,
critical because that is directly measurable. Because a lot of people go and measure, hey, we fixed a bunch of stuff and our retention has gone back up. Those are not directly connected. It's as
mm,
disconnected as it can be. It's very difficult to actually draw a direct correlation between usability fixes and education and direct retention. What
mm.
is more measurable is are people still contacting you for those reasons? And because
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
the human
Exactly.
inquiry rate and we had a very very tangible measurable what we call a smart outcome, for human inquiry rate, it was more easy for the teams to say and understand that we are actually making progress.